What is up, man?
Smells like a lighter fluid in here.
Yeah, there's a bus in front of me, and that thing took off, and the whole car filled up with that.
Wow, exhaust?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow. In that case, we welcome everyone to a stinky episode of the Commute.
Where I will be your driver.
And I will be your passenger. All right. So today, Seoul, Korea. They have invested $700 million in an initiative to make the city more attractive to women. They introduced a woman-friendly parking space. So you have parking spaces in their parking lots, parking garages now that are more women-friendly.
How's that?
Well, they the lines are drawn with bright pink paint. The symbol in them are these pink dresses. So, you know, they're for women. And they're bigger. Because, you know, women have a harder time parking. So they say. They, in the next 4 years, they want to continue the initiative and put brighter lights in their parking lots and parking garages, more cameras. They're also going to fill the city with more female toilets. Toilets are pretty much unisex.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just more cubes.
Yeah.
Than.
I hope they don't try to say that the stalls will be bigger.
I don't think urinals are as popular overseas as they are here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't go into it. Who the hell knows? They are also going to have women-friendly walkways, so they will have less cracks in them so their heels don't get stuck when they're walking.
Oh.
So, you know.
Fancy
Schmancy. They, even though it sounds like a unique and new idea, China, Kuwait, Malaysia, Indonesia, Austria, Italy, and Germany already have similar programs. They're trying to make all of their areas more women-friendly. I don't know if it's due to tourism or, you know, women becoming, I don't know, a bigger part of society there, or what it is, or women don't go out. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, it's hard to say what exactly.
But, so they got that going on. So if you're going over to Korea anytime soon and you're a woman, feel more welcome.
Look forward to parking.
You shall be more welcome there. Taking a 95 to 141?
Yeah.
Okay. Cops in Boston are on the lookout for a suspect known as the Tickler. It's a guy who breaks into the homes of Boston College students to watch them sleep and tickle their feet. At one point, it was thought to be a myth. This guy, like, for the last 10 years, there's been, you know, the Tickler is going out and about. But they had 3 sightings of him all on the night of April 7th. One of them was a Boston College junior, Teddy Randall, woke up to his roommate screaming, and he ran in, and as he's running towards his roommate's room, a guy was running down their steps, and the guy said he woke up and this dude was tickling his feet. That's what he was doing. They said they don't have any photos or video of the guy anywhere, though. So, you know, it's hard to know who or what they're looking for. They're just telling everybody to lock your doors, because he just walks into places. They don't lock their doors.
Why would you
not like he breaks in? But they said just lock your doors, and that'll take care of, you know, the biggest part. Yeah. So they said they don't know, you know, is he violent? Does he have a weapon? They don't know how far he's willing to take it. Like, what's his deal? You know, is he tickling to get off, or is it he's going to try to get off and you fight him and then he friggin' murders you? That would just be funny, though. Murdered by the Tickler.
The Tickler murders.
Hey, you're tickling me to death.
I don't. So people are just not locking their doors.
Yeah, in Boston. I mean, it's not known as the, you know, least violent place in the world.
Yeah.
Now you talk about a racist city.
Yeah.
Oh, Boston. They might as well have signs on their bridges that say, "If you're black, turn back."
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that?
Yeah, I found that about a year ago. I saw something on the news about it, and they're just like, yeah, it's a really racist area. I guess that's kind of like the furthest north that has any kind of black population. You know, because you go any more north of there, and it's mostly white.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess you're on that edge, and they just get mad. Get violent. Oh, man. You know, but then you have the Transformers attacking you there, too.
Yeah, which is...
And black people's their biggest problem.
Transformers.
I'm telling you.
On the loose. Or Michael Bay's on the loose.
He's the biggest racist. Oh, sure, you want to do it in Boston. Let's do this day in history. May 28th, 1937. Volkswagen is founded. Then known as... Wow, really? Well, I got this.
I did this for you.
Gesellschaft zur Vorbereitung des Deutschen Volkswagens, MBH. Wow.
Yeah.
Later renamed Volkswagen Work, the People's Car Company. That's what I thought that meant.
Yeah.
In my German background. Oh, man. So originally operated by the German Labor Front, a Nazi organization. Wolfsburg, Germany was the headquarters. Didn't, maybe I'm jumping ahead here, but didn't Hitler create the Beetle, or he had something to do with Volkswagen?
Yeah, you're jumping ahead a little bit. He brought in Ferdinand Porsche to design it, and so he designed the People's Car, which was supposed to be, you know, go fast, because they had the whole Autobahn initiative at that time, where they were trying to, you know, have this whole, you know, interstate freeway system throughout Germany. So they wanted fast travel and a car that costs under 1,000 marks, which was about $140 at the time.
It was supposed to be built well, and
yeah,
you know, for the people. So I mean, yeah.
And fun. It was supposed to be fun.
Oh, and fun.
It had to be fun.
And fun. Well, this is the people's car. In 1939, what was that, KDF wagon? Strength Through Joy car was debuted at the Berlin Motor Show. Volkswagen halted production after World War II began. Now, why was that? Just because they didn't have the manpower to...
Well, they transferred it over to military vehicles.
Okay. In 1960, the German government sold 60% of the stock to the public, denationalizing it. Wow, not until 1960.
Yeah.
Last original Beetle rode off the assembly line in Puebla, Mexico on July 30th, 2003.
Yep, that was the original design.
Wow, they were still making them in 2003?
Still making them in 2003.
Wow, how come we never saw them?
Yeah.
I mean, could you buy one here?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't remember seeing commercials for them.
That was a little after, like, the new Beetle came out.
Yeah.
But they were still selling the original design.
Because when the new Beetle was coming out, I remember them saying, like, oh, the Beetle's back.
Yeah.
Like it was gone. You know?
But yeah, 2003, they were still making them.
I remember I was all excited because we had a Beetle as a kid. And I was all excited, like, oh, the new Beetles are coming out. And just for, you know, old time's sake, you wanted to go out and buy one.
Yeah.
But, God, I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because they just turned into, like, chick cars. You know?
They're super expensive, too, man.
And that was the other thing. I remember reading an article about a year and a half, 2 years before they came out. And the price they gave, I forget what it was at the time, was super affordable. And it was a point where, you know, I was going to be getting a license soon. I'm thinking, shit, I can save up and buy one of these things. No, I remember you had to wait months after you bought one to actually get it.
Yep.
A friend of mine had gotten one, and she had to wait a long time. She had like 8 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, their PR campaign was really successful.
Sure.
Everybody wanted that.
But then I don't think anyone kept them the full term of their loan. I know people were buying them up and then they were selling them like a year later.
Just like any people with like concert tickets or anything else, Xboxes, fucking anything that comes out.
Gotta get it.
We gotta scalp the fuck out of it.
So in 70 years, they sold 21 million units of the Beetle?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy man. And we have a guy, Gabe's sister still has one of the old ones. She still rides that thing around.
Yeah.
Can't
run forever, I mean.
Much of it is right. I know she had a lot of work done on it.
Yeah.
We had to go pick it up one time in Philly. Like, that was the closest place you could find.
Oh, really?
If anyone that would work on it. May 28th, 1998, Phil Hartman killed by his wife, Bryn, in a murder-suicide. Oh, she killed herself?
Yep.
I forgot about that. He was 49?
Yeah, he was 49.
Man. Born September 24th, 1948 in Ontario, Canada. I was a Canadian. Raised in Connecticut and Southern California, he became an American citizen and started work designing album covers. He created the official logo for Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Really? Started acting in 1975 as part of an improv group, the Groundlings. Where were they out of? I guess California?
Yeah.
Fellow Groundling Paul Rubens wrote the screenplay for Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Wow, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
That's a good fucking movie.
Yep.
Love that movie.
Good stuff.
He helped create all the Pee Wee Herman characters.
Well, the character itself.
Okay. He created Pee Wee Herman.
Right.
Holy shit.
Yep, he and Paul Rubens worked on that.
He was funny. I remember that when that happened, the day he died. I remember reading about it. Shocked. But his wife was what? She was a mental case, wasn't she? I mean, obviously. But...
It was like a bunch of substance abuse, I think, like cocaine and stuff like that. So.
Was he a drug user?
I think for a while, but he wasn't on it all the time.
86 to 90, he played Captain Carl on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yep.
1986, he started on Saturday Night Live, 153 appearances.
He's had the most appearances of any...
Really?
Consistent person, like cast member.
Wow.
He still has had the most appearances.
Wow. 95, joined News Radio, another great show.
Yep.
I love that show. You can watch that for free on that Crackle. On the Xbox, they have the app.
Yeah.
And they have, I don't know if they have every episode, but they have a couple seasons.
Yeah, that's an awesome show.
The commercials, movies, Blind Date, Jingle All the Way? What's that last one?
Some kind of soldiers thing. It's like kind of an animated thing.
Oh,
like the army men
Real Soldiers?
Things. Yeah, it came to life.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I hate to talk bad about the dead, but
it
was only okay. Yeah. Not that it was really him acting.
Yeah, I didn't go for it for like his movie roles, but shit, man, anything else?
Yeah, the movies he was always kind of the same character.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much just being him. But yeah, he did some good stuff, man. Pee-wee's Playhouse, and what's his name was on there too?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne, with the long hair in the back.
Cowboy Curtis.
Woo-wee! Yeah, you gotta wonder if he looks back.
You get off here, right? This thing?
Yes. And then when it splits, you're gonna want to stay left.
Right.
Left.
Right.
Yeah, left. Yeah. So there's an elderly woman in Kansas City who is one of my new heroes. Her name is Georgiana Reed. And she's in her 60s. She lives in this house for 33 years. And she said she was just tired of mowing the lawn and watering it and taking care of it. So she got 80 tons of sand and turned her yard into a beach.
Nice.
It's just covered. There's a picture of it, and it looks like a corner house, and it is from a sidewalk to house, just sand. She put up a volleyball net. She has a big old treasure chest in there. The neighbors aren't really thrilled about it. They're saying it's going to hurt the value of the homes. It's an eyesore. So the city comes out to see if they can make her stop. But the inspectors said we can't cite her because the sand was used for landscaping.
Yeah.
It's not like she just has an ugly pile of sand sitting there. That was her design. And then people came along and they stole her volleyball net, her gnomes, her treasure chest. See how she has a sign in her front yard offering $2,000 for the return of the stuff. No, I think she's just gonna take the stuff and go, "You stole it! You're not getting my $2,000 for a treasure chest." But just so now she doesn't have to mow any more grass. She doesn't have to water nothing.
Yeah.
She just sits out on her beach in Kansas City all day.
That is quite heroic. I love it.
She is. Like I said, the only thing that would have been better is if she just astroturfed it.
Yeah.
Because that is my goal. Astroturf my yard.
Yeah, I saw this stuff. It was like it was almost like some kind of rubber stamped out things. They were like squares, but when I was looking for stuff to make a driveway, I was looking at different options for that. And there's this stuff that you can like roll out, and it's as solid as like a driveway thing. You just pour stone on it, and that's it. Really? Tamp it down, and it's done. It's pretty cool. There's no vendors around here, but
you going with it?
No. It's
do old-fashioned concrete.
Hell yeah.
You could always do sand.
Yeah.
Drive up on your own beach.
Of sand on it.
Buy yourself a Jeep.
Yeah. Or two.
You'll be good to go.
Nobody can stop you.
Have you ever seen that zoysia grass? That stuff is badass. You buy it, and it's in plugs. You get like plugs of the grass. And you go around something like, I don't know if it's every 2 feet or whatever, and you got to stick a plug in the ground. And the grass then spreads and eventually just takes over everything. And the roots are so thick that it kills all weeds. You don't have any weeds in your yard. It's thick, lush, dark green grass, but it grows at half the speed of regular grass. So you don't even have to mow it as often. But it's expensive. Like to do our yard, I can't afford it. But my grandfather had it. He had a little townhome, and he had it in his front yard. It was super nice grass. You never have to weed. You never have to do anything. But if you have a garden, you have to put a deep divide around it, or else it just takes over the garden. Like you can't stop the stuff.
It just starts eating.
But it's so cool, so nice. Just to have to mow less often.
Yeah, that would be choice.
That's the thing. It's not even the grass that grows so fast. It is the weeds.
Yeah.
It's
all the crap that grows in between.
But one day. Shit, I'm thinking about just buying a plug. Put it in the middle, and eventually it'll spread. It'll take over.
You just have to nourish that one plug.
And they're like, oh, make sure you warn your neighbors so they know, to put a divide between the property if they don't want it to go. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're getting zoysia grass.
You're getting zoysia.
Tough titty. Let's see. British prisoner Charles Bronson.
I know this guy.
You know him?
I saw there's a sort of a documentary movie on him.
Oh, okay.
It's called Bronson, I think.
He's considered Britain's most violent prisoner. Well, recently his least favorite soccer team, the Arsenal, won a game. And he says he lost it, covered himself in butter, and started a brawl with 12 guards. And he covered himself in butter so it would be harder to grab him and put him in cuffs and do stuff like that. The guards ended up breaking a couple of his ribs. I guess it still doesn't absorb hits. No.
That's not going to slip off with butter.
He's in York prison. He said he'd rather swallow his teeth than his pride. He was born Michael Gordon Peterson. He was jailed for 7 years in 1974 for armed robbery of a post office. He He spent most of the time since then in jail for a string of for a string of violent incidents such as assault, hostage taking, and damage. He has spent a total of 36 years in solitary confinement.
Yeah. And dude's a fucking crazy person, man.
That isn't.
You gotta watch that movie. It's really cool.
I had never heard of him. I was just reading about him today.
Yep.
But he's got a website, so he must have a lot of free time in solitary confinement.
I think he wrote a couple books and stuff.
Sure.
Done all kinds of.
Probably has some screenplays written out too.
Yeah. Well, he probably wrote that movie about himself.
But I just think that was genius. All right, I'm going to do this, but first I'm covering myself in butter.
Right.
That is definitely something I'm going to do next time I decide to get silly. Can't catch me, I'm covered in butter. His website says, come and join us on a journey into madness, but if you're coming, bring a torch. Don't know what that means. But bring a torch with you. So that'll do it for this episode of The Commute. Definitely like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Check out our website, tocommute.com, TWOcommute.com. Follow us on Twitter, @DriverPassenger. And what am I missing?
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, email.
Send us an email at thecommutepodcast@comcast.net. See you soon.